What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to SoCal Exploring. My name is Scott and you're watching your stop for all things theme park and attraction related. How are you guys doing today? Today I want to talk a little bit about everything that's coming in 2022 as far as at Universal Studios Hollywood and at the Disneyland Resort. And this is going to cover entertainment, attractions, new lands opening up, announcements that I think will happen. I'll make some predictions here and there and other stuff like that. Now I was going to talk about all these SoCal theme parks, but there's a little bit of unknown with like places like SeaWorld and Knott's Berry Farm, so I'm going to stick to just Disneyland and Universal Studios. And I guess right off the bat we'll start with Universal Studios Hollywood, because I think by far this will be the biggest thing that happens in the theme park world, or at least in Southern California this year. And that of course is the opening of Super Nintendo World on the West Coast here at Universal Studios Hollywood. Now this is not confirmed yet. All I can do is base it off my speculation. And last year I was like, you know, Super Nintendo World could realistically open in 2021. I was like, I doubt that. You know, they got too much going on this year. They got Secret Life of Pets that they need to open up and whatnot. So that was just kind of like one of those things that I just threw out there. And now that we're in January, and obviously work is going along fast at Super Nintendo World, but I'm like, I don't know if it's going to open this year. I would like to think that this is going to be their big thing in 2022. Like I said, there's no confirmation whatsoever, but like I said, I would like to think that they want to try to get this thing open up this year and not push it off another year, since it has started construction a while back. So here's to hoping that Super Nintendo World actually opens up here on the West Coast in 2022, and if it does, which I think most likely it will, don't hold me to that, I think that'll be the biggest thing that happens in the theme park industry on the West Coast this year. But as far as Universal Studios goes, that's about it as far as attraction theme park stuff goes. Now, there will be, of course, Halloween Horror Nights 2022, and a lot of fans last year were like, you know, it was a little bit of a scaled down year, as myself knew it was, because they were just recovering from the pandemic and whatnot. This year I feel like they're going to go all out and they're going to give the fans what they want, especially with a maze like Universal Monsters, The Bride of Frankenstein Lives last year. They're definitely going to deliver in 2022 for Halloween Horror Nights this year, and I thought that was just a little side note. You know, everybody loves to hear about Halloween Horror Nights. Don't worry, there will be a speculation soon. I just want to wait a little bit, just give it time until we get a little bit closer to HHN, but there will be a speculation soon, or an update soon. And I know I said I was going to focus on only Disneyland and Universal, but I just realized as I was filming this video, there is a brand new big attraction that we have confirmed opening up at another SoCal theme park. And that attraction, of course, is currently being built at Six Flags Magic Mountain. That's right, everybody. Wonder Woman Flight of Courage is going to be opening up in 2022, and I cannot wait to ride this attraction, the brand new RMC Raptor coaster that is currently being built over there. I was lucky enough to ride my very first Raptor over at Six Flags Fiesta Texas when we went a couple weeks ago, and it was awesome. And that was like one of the smaller Raptors out there. This one is going to be long, it's going to be fun, it's going to be extremely tall, and I just cannot wait for Flight of Courage to open up at Six Flags Magic Mountain. It's going to feel so good knowing that Magic Mountain officially has an RMC Raptor. We don't have an opening time frame for that yet, but my best guess is, I would say, probably early summer. I'm gonna say my guess is May 2022 is when I think Wonder Woman Flight of Courage will open up. Now, of course, we move into the theme park / resort that has the most happening this year, as it does every year, and that is, of course, the Disneyland Resort. There's no big attractions opening this year or lands, but we do have a lot of stuff to look forward to as far as the updating world goes. And by that, I mean this year in March, that's in 3 months, Toontown will close to be completely reimagined to prepare for the grand opening of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway in early 2023. That's right, everybody, Toontown's gonna be closed for a whole year, and so, you know, better get your visits in and visit Toontown, the original version, before it's completely reimagined. But that will be undergoing this year, and it'll be exciting to go and be able to film updates for you all. I'm assuming there won't be very many angles that we can get construction from, because I'm sure there'll be a wall up on the railroad, so you won't really be able to get a sight in there. But you know, Disneyland, they're really good at hiding stuff, so it may be a little bit hard, but I'm sure we can get some different angles for you guys and updates as we visit the parks throughout this reimagination process. And that'll be prepping us, like I said, for the opening next year of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which is going to be such a great addition to Disneyland. The overall theme and the way that they're doing the big old theater and the queue line and everything is going to look awesome, and I just cannot wait for this to finally open up. Aside from the brand brand new reimagination and the updates that are going to happen this year, we also have entertainment returning to the Disneyland Resort, and 3 forms of entertainment, that is. One being Fantasmic, the spectacular Fantasmic that I miss so much. This is probably the biggest thing that well, aside from Magic Happens, but we don't know what the future of that is. I cannot wait to be there on opening night of Fantasmic, or reopening night, and watch it for the very first time, and who knows how long since I've watched that show. And then of course we have another nighttime spectacular coming back, which is World of Color over at Disney's California Adventure. There's been a lot of construction going on in World of Color. We've seen the whole, area drained and whatnot, but they're finally bringing it back this year. Probably in summer is my best guess for all these spectaculars. I'm guessing summer this year. Either that or spring break, but my best guess is on summer. And then of course we have the Main Street Electrical Parade, which has come back more than once. Actually like more than 10 times at Disneyland. And some people may enjoy it, others may hate it, and others just may be in between. And that's kind of like me. I'm a fan of the parade, and I'm also like, hey, come on, like, let's bring back Paint the Night or something like that. So we got Main Street Electrical Parade coming back, we got Fantasmic coming back, and of course World of Color. 3 nighttime spectaculars that are sure to entertain all the fans that step foot into Disneyland this year. Now, even though there's not a lot of attractions and whatnot opening up this year, there are a couple things that are left in the what if category for Disneyland. What if, they add a full-on Genie Plus service onto Magic Key? What if they start selling Dream Keys again? What if park reservations go away? All those are questions that are still left to be announced this year. And you know what I've noticed is with Disney, they always release it so randomly, so it's always that excitement that you get when they announce something exciting or just something that fans like to talk about. They don't necessarily have to like these announcements, but it does give us fans and like myself, a theme park YouTuber, something to talk about. So I'm sure we can all look forward to tons of different theme park announcements as far as Disneyland goes that are completely out of the blue. One thing that I know I'll be very excited about is the trams coming back for the parking garages. I cannot wait for transportation to be back. I park at Toy Story parking lot all the time because you can take the bus there, and I know the trams are just sitting there, and obviously they have to get them up and running because they've been down for so long. But once they have this up and running, it will be nice to finally park in Mickey and Friends parking garage or Pixar Pals parking garage once again. Speaking of renovations and reimaginations, the Downtown Disney District will start its renovation over the course of like a long year plan. This month, January of 2022, they're going to start renovating Downtown Disney District to make it more, I feel, modern, is like what I said in my video. And you guys can go watch that video down below in the description. I'll leave the link down there if you want to check out what I'm talking about. But Downtown Disney District will be beginning their renovation and adding more shopping experiences and dining options and whatnot. And this week I'll be going out there and seeing if there's any early updates as far as demolition goes for the area that they're going to be renovating where the AMC Theater is at, or if there's any just like construction fences at all. I doubt that it'll be this early since the new year just came upon us, but they did say in January of 2022, so that could start at any time this month. We're not too sure when that will be done or when that area will be reopened, but if they're starting it this early, you can only hope for the best that it'll open sometime this year. One more thing I wanted to touch up on, and this is just solely coming from my prediction, is I really think that we're going to get some new information regarding the Princess and the Frog retheme of Splash Mountain, because as you guys know, they announced it and it's just been real hush hush. Nobody's heard any updates about it. They've really just mentioned it here and there at expos or in articles saying, yeah, we're working to get it done. And obviously there's controversy around that too, but you would think that Disneyland, in an effort to give fans what they want and get fans excited about this attraction, that they would have already released information and not so much be focusing on other things like, let's just say, the reimagination of Toontown. I would think, since it was announced so early, that the Princess and the Frog retheme would be the most important thing, priority number 1, priority number uno. I mean, you guys can argue the same about the rumored e-ticket Quinjet attraction over at Avengers Campus, but that's for a completely different video. But I really think that fans are starting to question, like, okay, what's going on with Princess and the Frog? Is it happening? Is it not happening? Do you guys actually have plans for it? What's going on? And I feel like Disneyland will eventually announce something this year, hopefully within the next couple months, because I want to see more concept art. I want to see them actually make progress on this thing. And right now, Splash Mountain is currently undergoing a yearly refurbishment just to refurb the ride and make it all fresh up, but that's not a part of the Princess and the Frog retheme. It's just their yearly refurbishment, like I said. So you gotta think, how long is Splash Mountain gonna stay open? Will they not start construction on Princess and the Frog until 2023 or even longer then? I would think that they'd start construction now, like this year. But I'm not a Disney Imagineer. I'm not, in the Disney company. I have no idea when this thing will even happen. I'm just really hoping that we get some information or some time frame this year within the next couple months or so. I think fans would appreciate that a whole lot. Anyways, everybody, that pretty much sums it up for everything that's new and everything that's going to be opening or starting construction here at these SoCal theme parks, Disneyland, Six Flags Magic Mountain, and Universal Studios Hollywood. It's going to be an exciting year for the theme parks nonetheless, and I cannot wait to see all these updates happen at the different parks. Like I said, I didn't mention SeaWorld, I didn't mention Knott's Berry Farm. That's because those two are still in question. We don't even know what's happening with Wild Arctic at SeaWorld or Emperor, if that's going to even open up this year. So that's why I really didn't want to spend a whole topic on this video on it. Anyways, everybody, my name is Scott, and you have been watching SoCal Exploring. Positivity is key, and most importantly, remember to keep exploring. Peace out, everybody.